Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and reaching for your phone. You tap WhatsApp. Nothing happens. You open Instagram. No connection. You try YouTube, Google, Facebook, and every other app you use daily. Everything is gone. At first, you assume it's just your Wi-Fi. Maybe your service provider is having issues. But within minutes, you realize something far bigger is happening. The internet has completely disappeared. Not slowed down, not crashed temporarily. Gone. Across the entire world. Millions of people would immediately begin restarting their phones, routers, and computers. Customer support lines would be flooded with calls. News stations would struggle to understand what was happening. Then panic would begin to spread. Most people don't realize how much of modern life depends on the internet. Online banking would stop working instantly. Digital payments could fail. Many people who rarely carry cash would suddenly find themselves unable to buy groceries, fuel, or other necessities. Businesses would face enormous problems. Companies that store their files online would lose access to important data. Remote workers would be unable to do their jobs. Online stores would disappear overnight. The transportation industry would also be hit hard. Airlines rely on connected systems for booking, scheduling, and communication. Flights could be delayed or canceled. Shipping companies would struggle to track cargo moving around the world.
Ride-sharing apps would vanish. Food delivery services would stop operating. Within a few days, the effects would become even more noticeable. Supermarkets depend on digital inventory systems to track products and manage supplies. Factories depend on communication networks to coordinate production and deliveries. Without these systems, shortages could begin to appear in some areas. Entire industries would be brought to a standstill. Streaming services would disappear, online gaming would cease to exist, social media platforms would become memories. Billions of daily conversations would simply never happen. For many people, life would suddenly feel strangely quiet. But amid all the chaos, something unexpected might happen. People would spend more time talking face to face. Neighbors might get to know each other better. Libraries could become busy again. Local newspapers, radio stations, and television broadcasts would become important sources of information. For the first time in decades, many people would experience a world that isn't constantly connected. Of course, humans survived for thousands of years without the internet.
The challenge would be adaptation. We have built modern society around a technology that is so common we barely notice it anymore. The internet powers communication, business, entertainment, education, transportation, and countless other parts of everyday life. Without it, the world wouldn't end, but it would change dramatically. And perhaps that's the most fascinating part of this thought experiment. The internet is something humanity created, yet today, it's become something billions of people can hardly imagine living without.